Hi, welcome back to Waxing On, Classic Rock Wednesday. I was listening to some music the other day, and you know from watching the shows, we love the Beach Boys. I've already profiled the Beach Boys before. A lot of their stuff, just excellent. And I forgot about another group. I thought, I'm going to go take a look at this duo, because I remember them from that same era. And I'm looking at Jan and Dean. Now, I don't know how many of you have heard of them. And listening to their albums, it sounds very much like the Beach Boys. The one album I picked out, because I don't have any hard copies, I've been online checking them out, was Help Me Rhonda. And yeah, it's a Beach Boys tune. Now, what gets confusing is when I looked up online about Jan and Dean, it said they were the pioneers of surf music, the music that was popularized by the Beach Boys. Almost make you think they had come up with it first and the Beach Boys copied it. I also found another quote on there when somebody said, you know, how did these two mesh together? It said, before the Beach Boys, there was Jan and Dean. Again, another indicator that maybe these guys were turning out this kind of music before the Beach Boys did. Brian Wilson actually wrote one of the tunes that was on one of the albums I had here, Surf City. When I go back, Beach Boy, let's just go back to Jan and Dean. We got William Jan Barry and Dean Torrance, who we're talking about here. They're the pioneers of the California sound. Now, Surf City was the one that I think Brian Wilson helped write. Their sound is very similar to the Beach Boys, the harmony, the way the music is. And again, between the two of them, they pretty much popularized surf music, the California sound, the American West Coast. And when you hear them, even on the album, they're doing not only their hits, but some Beach Boys tunes too. So it all gets very blurred in there, but still a great option. I mean, yes, I want to listen to the Beach Boys, I'll listen to the Beach Boys. Jan and Dean, maybe a little different take on things, but don't forget they had a few hits of their own. I'm just going to pull up the set list from this album. There we go. Jan and Dean is Help Me Rhonda. Of course, here are the tunes. We got Help Me Rhonda, Surf City, and again, that's the one that recorded on their own, the Beach, Brian Wilson helped. Fun, Fun, Fun. Well, yeah, I remember that one. Little Deuce Coupe. Sounds like Beach Boys tunes to me. Ride the Wild Surf. Little Old Lady from Pasadena. There's Jan and Dean. They had two big hits that stick in my mind. Little Old Lady from Pasadena and Dead Man's Curve. And most of you may have heard those tunes before. Yeah, that's Jan and Dean. Dead Man's Curve is also done by Nash the Slash, but I'm sure we're not talking that when we're talking surf music, right? We're talking Jan and Dean here. Drag City, I Get Around. Well, I remember the Beach Boys version of that too. Heart and Soul, and Sidewalk Surfing. It was a whole different style of music coming out of the 50s with, you know, Elvis Presley and Jerry Lee Lewis and Little Richard. All of a sudden, these guys turn things upside down with this surf music, and I'll tell you, it's hung around. Beach Boys are still selling albums. I went to see Brian Wilson just a couple of years ago. Him and Al Jardine were doing the Pet Sounds anniversary tour. I know Beach Boys themselves have been out performing at some local festivals, the new version. People love the music. It just makes you feel good. It's happy music. It's good time stuff. Jan and Dean, pioneers in there, worth checking out. Yes, Jan and Dean doing a few of their tunes, but they got a few of their own hits in there as well. You know, it's well worth taking a look at them. Online, lots of stuff there. Lots of greatest hits albums. And a lot of them, even when I pull up the greatest hits albums, they all don't have the same album or same set list on there. So lots to check out. If you love the Beach Boys, give them a chance. Take a look at Jan and Dean, the pioneers of surf music. Okay, that's it for Wednesday. We'll see you on Friday. Till then, everybody, take care. Stay safe. Thanks for stopping by.